And Semra, as you say, that's basically the title done and dusted. Real Madrid just a point away from it. Or if you look at the goal difference, they're practically there already. 35th league title for them. Does that then mean they can focus a little bit more on this big Champions League semi-final? Manchester City still very much have the league race, to go. But Real Madrid, that's the Liga done and dusted. Let's focus on the Champions League now.
Exactly. I think from a psychological point of view, it's 100% guns blazing, let's go for the Champions League. They don't really have to do much in La Liga. It pretty much takes care of itself, that's for sure. You've already said that all they really need is 1 point at the weekend, and that's it. Carlo Ancelotti will celebrate becoming the first manager to ever win all big 5 leagues with 5 different teams, which is quite something historic itself. And I think on top of that, he can do one better. He can become the first manager to win 4 European Cup stroke Champions Leagues ever. So I think he's definitely going to be going for the Champions League. Same with Real Madrid. The players are going to be up for it. They really believe that this is their competition. They have a record 13 trophies in it. They want to make it 14. They're already talking about it at length here in Spain. And on top of that, I think the one thing that may work against them a little bit, at least for this first leg, they do have some injury concerns to contend with, and important ones at that. Casemiro, it's iffy whether he's going to make it or not. He doesn't have a natural replacement in that holding position. On top of that, at the back, there's 2 key players that may or may not make it in time. They'll try to pass late fitness tests on Tuesday in the day before the game. That would be Mendy at left back and David Alaba in central defence. Marcelo's only just returning from injury himself, so he may come into the side, but he's obviously not as strong defensively as Mendy, especially at this stage of his career. So they could have a bit of a makeshift back four, which could work against them, especially with the firepower that City have. But I think that's something you still can't rule out. Even when they haven't been favourites in this competition, they've still managed to mount historic comebacks, and they've found a way to grind out the results that they've needed to carry on and progress in the competition. Having made it this far, they certainly will have their confidence sky high. And I think they have a very good opportunity against City, who, as you say, are still trying to get rid of the so-called pain in the bum, as Guardiola likes to call them. Liverpool just 1 point behind them.
Well, if Liverpool face Villarreal, now, I'm right in thinking that Villarreal didn't actually play this weekend. They've had a little bit of a break before this game in midweek, whereas Liverpool have had a very tough Merseyside derby. So will Villarreal feel that they might have an edge?
They may. They did have a couple of days off rest. There was no La Liga this weekend because it was the Copa del Rey final, the King's Cup. So the last game that they played was midweek. So they've had quite a lot of time to really prepare for this. The one thing that really concerns me for Villarreal is the fact that Gerard Moreno, their key man, may or may not feature for this first leg. He's also been out injured. Even though Unai Emery has tried to downplay it a little bit, I'm not quite convinced that he'll be able to make it in time. I hope for his sake and for the team's sake that he will, because they really need him. Every time that he's played in continental competition this season, they've won. 4 wins and 2 draws, or I should say they're undefeated rather. So 4 wins and 2 draws. He's also provided goals and assists. He's so important for them. So if he's not there, then I think tactically things will change a little bit. Probably Lo Celso will play behind Danjuma as a second striker, something that he did in that derby against Valencia. That means that with Lo Celso being in a more advanced position to really help pull the strings and to connect Danjuma up top, who, by the way, got a brace the other day, and connect him with the midfield to get the ball up to him as quickly as possible. Then maybe Trigueros comes back into the side. Other than that, I don't think there'll be too many tweakings to the team, and I think we can expect something similar to the various phases of play that we saw against Bayern Munich, in the sense of maybe try and invite pressure and then spring an attack on them, a counter-attack whenever they possibly can, or maybe even try to have possession against Liverpool, which won't be easy. But in any case, Unai Emery will come very prepared with a game planned in mind for this one, and I think it should be a really interesting encounter, that's for sure.